Hello and welcome back to the Sovrenfx YouTube channel. So today I'm going to go over how to trade with the trend. So as you all have heard, the trend is a friend. That's a common saying going rounds in the forex market. So without wasting any time, let me go straight to the point. So what I do, basically how I enter my trades is price moves in waves like this, right? This is an uptrend. So where I get my trades is at these pullbacks. As of now, I don't use Fibonacci, I only use pure price action. So I want to show you how I identify the trade beforehand, then how I'll sit through the day watching price, waiting for my setups. Okay, so first of all, you have to start your analysis top down. And I'm going to use today's example from gold. This is going to be our first example. So looking at gold was pretty much bullish before, but as you can see, there's bearish break of structure, drop down to the 4 hours, and you can see bearish price action forming as it breaks structure through to the 4 hours. And how I get my trades is not at the 4 hours because the stop losses would be quite large. Drop down to the hourly. So I'm going to show you some of the trades I took this week. As you can see, price was heavily bearish, and where I get my trades is at pullbacks. Okay, so price came down, made a support, and I don't know if you've realized, if you've been trading this week, price has been stuck in a range. It's been tightly stuck in this range. So here's what I did. So when price came up, as you can see, price wasn't able to break this zone, and we are in a range. And if you've been watching previous videos, you know that I trade from range to range. And when I realized price wasn't able to break this zone and it formed bearish, I expected price to come down to retest this low, and that's what exactly happened. From here to here, this was 150 pip move. So that's how price moves: makes a low, pull back, retest the low made. So here's where I executed my first sell. Also, all these trades are sent out to the members, and this week we've actually been on 3 to 4 winning trades and 1 loss, and I'm going to show you how we got that loss. So this is how price is supposed to move. Price first moved 25 pips. We closed half the trade. Most of my members closed 80% at 20 pips. So personally, I didn't close since I expected the push. I wanted to harvest the full push, and that's how I got my first loss. Price came back, tapped my stop loss for 20 pips, and I lost around 1% of my trade. But then look at this. I'm going to teach you how this setup is done. So when price comes up, you can see this week, and this is a rejection week. There's difference between a rejection week and a week to be filled. So when the body is smaller than the week, that's a rejection week, and you can realize this is a strong rejection week on the hourly. Okay, so I executed this trade on 30 minutes. Let's drop down to the 30 minutes. As you can see, price failed to break this zone, and it actually proves that this is a very strong zone. So I waited for price, made a small zone in 30 minutes, and I waited for price to close below the zone. And when price closed below with a lot of volume, I expected it to push towards the bottom of the range. So when price retraced, I entered my sell, had my stops in the middle of the previous range for around 20 pips, and as you can see, I didn't close half also because I waited for the push to come and feel the range we have here. So that's basically it. That's how you trade with the trend. I caught my 100 pips. So let me use drawing so that you can understand better. So here we have, let's say this is a range. Okay, let me not draw the ranges first. So let's draw how price moves. Okay, so price moves in waves. So in a bullish market, this is how price moves. And depending on who you learned from, these areas can be known as pullbacks, liquidity zones, order blocks. They're basically the same thing, and what I'm here to do is to simplify everything for you. I've gone over a lot of courses which has helped me come up with my trading strategy. Okay, so here's our zones. Zone, zone, zone. So how can you capitalize on these waves? So when price comes to test a resistance, you have to watch the price action in this resistance. You have to wait for price to close back below, retest the resistance, enter sell for short sell scalps. But if price is actually in an uptrend, these are riskier moves, and we're not in this market to enter riskier moves. So basically we're in this market to get profit and get an edge over the market. So the best entries will waiting for price to come down, make a support, break the support to the upside. So here's our trade. Our take profit would be around here, and stop losses around here. Okay, so that's the first trade. You can hold this trade out. Then that's why I introduced the concept of closing partials. So you can ride this trade up to this place, but make sure you close at least 80% of your trade here and move stops to break even. Second trade here, all the same. So these are the trades. These are 3 trades that you would have taken, and another over here. And with effective risk management, at least a 1 to 2, because you don't know what happens around these areas. These are very strong key levels, and price may react with a lot of volume, hit your stops, and then go in your favor. So what do you do in that situation? I'll make another lesson on how to add risk back to your trade and give your trade a second chance. But basically what you do, make sure you have at least a 1 to 2, such that in the event you lose a trade, the next trade will cover up for your losses and you'll be profitable in the long term. So this is basically it, and the inverse is also true, and when you're looking on a downtrend. To summarize on what I've been talking about, let me help you out. You can always, before you enter a trade, as you can see here, I have the sessions indicator. It shows you how sessions move. This is the London, and this is the New York session, and this is the crossover. Okay, so before you trade, maybe if you're trading gold is more volatile on the New York session, and as I've seen price the previous days, price makes a move during the London, then corrects it during the New York session. So when you come to the trade, when you open your charts, you want to look at the 4 hours. If the previous 4 hours was bullish, notice that the market sentiment is bullish. But in this case, you had bearish, bullish, and it was mixed, and you would have adapted effectively according to the previous lessons I've given you on how to adapt to the market movements. Okay, so when you came, so this is a perfect example of how you can map out market sentiment before you enter trade during a session. So as you realize, you have to enter trades within the most volatile sessions. So look at this, bearish, write it on top of your charts. The market sentiment is bearish, and only look for sell positions. Here we had bullish, bearish, mixed, so you have to adapt to that. Mixed sentiment, bullish. So here today I can also show you this was bullish. So Let me show you an example of a trade we took according to this bullish structure, but it didn't work out because sometimes you can't always be 100% sure of what the market has in store for you. But here's a setup that I executed on, went super low risk. So price made a high above here, made support on the 30-minute, and according to what I've taught you, when price makes support, you execute, right? Have your stops around here, then take profit to fill the range. So I was quick to take my profits at around 10 pips since I wasn't very confident in the move. I wanted it to close above here for continuations. So that's an example of the trade you could have taken according to the market sentiment. So always use your 4 hours to map out market sentiment, then look for trades on the lower, sorry for the noise, and look for trades on the lower time frames, on the 30-minute for strong confirmations, on the hourly. 15 minutes are weaker confirmations but could work in the long term. So with that, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. Please like, it helps the algorithm. You could ask me questions on my Instagram and my Telegram. Join the free group or the paid group, whatever floats your boat. With that, see you next time.